Years ago, we started the Clover Mamas Africa project, Clover's flagship corporate social investment initiative. 4 inspiring women embarked on this journey with us, and over the past decade, the Clover Mamas Africa project changed lives, empowered individuals, united communities, broke barriers, and reached new horizons. Today, 40 powerful women are united to build and nurture our nation by the Clover Mamas Africa project. We celebrate and honor the efforts of our team, our partners, our staff, and our mamas to empower communities across South Africa.
Inspired by possibility, Clover embarked in 2004 on a journey of identifying these pillars of strength in South Africa's communities, with Prof. Elain vigorously spearheading the initiative, endearingly called Prof or Profi by colleagues, friends and mamas. Prof. Elain founded one of the most awarded CSI projects in South Africa.
Myself as well, and then you can introduce yourself.
Good, so you'll start. Okay.
Yeah. No, they've started already. So my name is Zanele Koza. We are from Inkosi Media. So we have, I'm sure they've briefed you, we have an online television.
Yes.
That's all about Africa, and we want to tell, and we always tell the positive African story.
Okay.
We have 40 channels now. So our payoff line is our story, our way.
Yeah.
So we want to tell our story our way. That's why we are here. We want you to tell your story your way. So please introduce yourself, who you are, and the organization Mama Africa.
I am Professor Elain, and I've started Clover Mamas Africa more than 22 years ago. I had this wonderful opportunity when the previous chief executive asked me to come up with an idea where we can really find a project that will make a difference, but it must be self-sustainable.
Okay.
And knowing me, I love women. I really believe strongly in women and the power of women. So I came up with the idea of, initially I thought I will teach women how to cook and bake and sew. But that is not what it was meant to be. Clover Mamas Africa is currently the oldest social responsibility project in South Africa, and it is also the most awarded. We have won 22 awards so far, of which 5 are from overseas. And tonight, for instance, we are also a finalist in the African Business Award, and we will know for sure what will happen or what will the outcome be. So to receive an award it's wonderful, but it also means it puts pressure on you, because we want to stay the best and we want to be on top. So what is Clover Mamas Africa all about? It's about women. We find women in any community. Women who are taking care of children that's vulnerable, that is neglected, normally AIDS victims. So wherever we find women taking care of those children, we approach them and find out if they don't want to look be able in a position to look better after the children in their care. And that is what this women, they all want to do that. So we give those women skills, training and equipment to become self-sustainable. So even today, I think one word is empowerment. I empower women. Through the project and the money that Clover gives us for the project or make it available, that is what we can do. So we have up to now appointed 58 women in all the communities, not in all communities, in all provinces of the country. Unfortunately, not in all the communities yet. That would have been wonderful. Yes, but we will get there. Slowly but surely we can work through it. I've started initially with only 4 women who were taking care of 1,500 children. And today we have now appointed 58 women, and collectively they are taking care of more than 10,500 children and also more than 2,500 elderly people. Now, elderly people was never part of the project. We wanted to look after children and make them, give them a better life. But we find that the children who have to look after their parents now take the pension money. So those elderly people came to our project and they will say to our Mama Africa, can I maybe pull out the weed? Can I work in your garden? Can I sweep for you? And then they get at least food for the day, and we, our Mama Africas, know they are properly fed. And I think we all know you can't underestimate the wonderful elderly people in our midst, because they are the people who give you the stories. They are the people
that we grow up with.
And they are carry it from one person to another and one generation to the other. So we believe strongly also in elderly people, and we are, it just comes so that we now have also some elderly people in our, that's part of the project.
Okay.
So wonderful is that we can't tell a Mama Africa what to do. Once you have been appointed, it is important that the Mama Africa must be able to do to work hard, and that she must at least be able to do this work for 3 to 5 years to be able to look after children. She must have her own property, because right in the beginning we helped the Mama Africa finish the whole house to make it a safe haven for the children. And about a week later she phoned to say, no, Prof, my sister took back her home. So then we've lost all our money.
It didn't belong to her.
So since then, that unfortunately has to be one of the things that we want. Please, at least it must be your own home. And then you must have what we call an infrastructure. You must have someone that helps you with the washing, the dishes, the children's cleaning. Because these children, the mamas normally, they have to go and beg for food before we come on their way. So when we arrive, then their lives change, because now they can work hard, they can bake bread, the children have fresh bread every day. And they have extra bread to sell, and they create an income that way. So very important is that the mamas, we don't tell the mama what to do. Initially I thought all of them have to sew, and one morning before tea time the mama called me aside. She said, Prof, I hated sewing at school. Please, but I have a Woozy at my house, he can sew, can't I send him? And then Woozy came and he was so wonderful. So since then the Mama Africas, they choose. I've learned quickly, don't you tell them what to do. So therefore we have things like, some of them have hairdressing salons, some of them have what we call egg laying batteries, some of them are doing welding. So they are doing different things. Some of them are doing nails, they have nail salons, and then all of them have bakeries for bread. Most of them are doing sewing, because with sewing they can do alterations, they can do whatever they want to. So it is, we very quickly saw that you can't tell a mama what to do. It's about the people available in the community, the space. Is there light in her house? There are so many challenges that our mamas have every day. And I think that is what I have to learn. So it's not only the Mama Africas that grow through this project. It is me. I have grown a lot. I have learned so much about my fellow sister. I can't tell you. And I've learned about sisterhood. I've learned the true meaning of Ubuntu, because I see it through my mamas, what they are doing, how they are doing it, when they have a get together, how the one uplift the other, with through the communication that they have between one another. You know, they one Mama Africa, I taught them how to do cook sister baking, and then the one said she started making cook sisters. Now today that mama can't read or write, but she has a boy that's now a 3rd-year student. She manages by baking cook sisters to have 4,000 rand a month, and that pays for her boys' varsity money. Now isn't that the lovely story?
That's wonderful.
And I told them when we started teaching them how to make cook sisters, I always told them I grew up in an area, in an era actually, where a woman made cook sisters, and many a church was built through the money that they have by making cook sisters. And many children went to varsity through a mama who then had the money to pay for the child's varsity money. And now I see it happens with my Mama Africa. So that makes me proud, it makes me happy. And I think the mama, just think that she could not read and write, but she has a child that can
That's
study.
in university now.
Yeah, he will get the degrees at the end of this year.
And then uplift the whole family
Absolutely.
as well.
The community, everyone is benefiting. And
Yeah.
to me, I think the one thing that I've learned, never say never. You know, people always want to do good, but they first need money. Then they want a building.
Yeah.
Now I say to them, forget about money. Forget about the building. If we want to help, look to your left and look to your right. Someone close to you will need help. And that is what I see what happens with my Mama Africas. I learned a lot through them by seeing what they do and how they are helping people. So you don't need this building. You don't need
a
millions
lot of
of money. No. I start by what is in your house that you have extra. And you know,
A cup of sugar.
Yeah, that's right. But
onions.
also go and teach people something.
Your skill.
If you give them the skill.
Yeah,
The
give them
moment
the skill.
I saw how my Mama Africa's changed into positive people, and in having confidence,
Yeah.
the moment when they could do something. And that is so
Yeah.
important. Don't think about money. Think about how can I give my time? Because your time is the most expensive thing
True,
that you
it's
can give
precious.
anyone.
It's precious.
So give your time, and then money will come from self. Today, it's so amazing. When I speak to people, people will phone me and they say, please send a Clover charity truck to fetch the furniture, because they all learn that there's a truck. And I go, what you don't want, I can use very wisely for a Mama Africa. You throw away your old washing machine. I have it fixed, and I know Mama
it
so and
works
so,
perfectly.
she needs it. So that is the way that I have learned to work. And I can't tell. I think my biggest time goes in finding a proper Clover Mama Africa, and then to tell people, because the more people I can tell,
know.
even you, by hearing my story, next time you will say to someone, hey, but I know someone. There's a possible Clover Mama Africa that this woman can appoint. So those are the things that I am looking at. So and people know me, they phone me constantly, even if they have wool, if they have material, because I know a mama that will use that wisely.
I was about to ask as well, if we want to give, what do we do? Do we call your office? So what kind of donations do you receive? Is it money from corporations, or can I give my 20 rand? How does it work?
Okay, mostly I think people immediately think of, if they see Professor Flock coming and talk to them, they think it's money. This woman is going to ask me money. I will say to them, if you have money to give our project, wonderful, because we will give you a BE certificate, we can give you a written and a photo report afterwards. That's what we do with most of the companies. We try even to have all our own suppliers on board, because they don't need to find a BE project. I am that project. I just give me the money or whatever you have, and I will agree with you, put it in writing, and then afterwards give you the written report and photographs of before and after and what I've done, because training is at the basis of what we're doing. Most of the time goes into training. Skills, because that is how you can get people to become full of confidence, and once they have a skill, they can create an income.
And you can't take that away from them as well. Once you have the skill, you have the skill.
Right. And you must see, when I found most of my mamas, they didn't know what was a Professor Flock. They know people is bringing a professor, someone is bringing a woman. Now they see, okay, she's only a woman. But when I found these women, that is how they greet me. They are shy. Today, they can sit like you and me, talking to one another, looking you into the eyes. They are the best spokespeople that you can find. At the church group, at any meeting, find those women. They can come and do it. So money is nice to have, but give me material. Give me books, because I want libraries for my children. Right now we are having a huge drive for books. Don't give me your old magazine or whatever. Give me books to read, because I want to get my children to read. So books are important. Clothing. Also, don't send me your old dirty underwear, because I am not going to give that to my Mama Africa. You don't do anyone good. It's not good for their soul. They are already down and out. Now I send them my dirty underwear. And that's how we unfortunately receive sometimes things. So we make sure that whatever we give a Mama Africa is things they can use. In your kitchen, whatever. All the utensils that any other household needs, my Mama Africa needs it, but so much more. If you have 177 people at your center, Mama, you need a lot of stuff.
You need a lot of spoons.
They told me that one big blanket covered 4 children. So if you give me 18 blankets, don't think it's too little. I'm too happy because I know a Mama Africa that that is right. They can cover it. The angels can be warm.
Wow.
And I somehow want to get always tears in my eyes. Forgive me for that. But
it's okay.
to me, it's like this is very close to my heart.
It's your calling.
I don't need money.
Yeah.
No one need to pay me.
Yeah.
I feel that I always think that whoever take over with from my position must be someone who are humbled and who will be able to do good for others. Because before I think of myself, I think of what is it that this mama needs. I can get into your home.
First.
I check immediately. And I read your monthly report, and suddenly I see, but you are baking more bread. Your income is better. Mama, don't you need another oven? Don't you need a better mixer? So those are the things that people think they need to just go and give you 5 dresses, and then you're okay.
Then you're
they're
fine.
happy. No, that is not true. You must go and teach people. Even if you can get the people when they are small, you change them already. Those people know, Prof is coming. The house must be clean.
Yeah.
Why? Because they've learned to be proud of where they are living. All of them are doing suddenly. If I see something is wrong in the kitchen, I make people responsible.
Yeah.
So I will say, listen, I see the oven is not clean, but you're baking stuff here. Who is the person for the kitchen? No, say Tandi, whatever. Here's Tandi. Tandi, this is not clean.
Yeah.
No, Prof, I was a bit ill or I was away. No, but immediately come. She took a duke and she will clean it. And that is what is important.
Yeah.
We must. I have accepted that the people have challenges that we don't always understand, and I think that makes me a wiser person. It makes me a better person, because I know that I always say to myself, what would you have done if you were in their shoes? And that is what's driving me.
Every day.
And also I think I'm very fortunate that I came from a family where it was a giving family. My mother, there was always food for everyone. That is true. Giving.
Yeah.
Don't say my hand is closed. Say this is the last I have, but I'm going to help you. Let's see what you can do with it. And by trusting people with what you are giving them, people don't want to lose your trust. We are all human. We all want a pat on the back. I see it with my Mama Africas. So very few people come to say to them, thank you. They just expect of them to give. So
then they walk away.
Yeah, so that is important for me. I must be the person to uplift their spirit so that they can do better in the community.
Every day. And
every day.
And I guess this is a work that is very emotional.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So firstly, what are the challenges that you face? You say you have 58 Mama Africas looking after thousands of children. So that can be emotional. And how do you take care of yourself emotionally as well?
Yeah. Okay. Firstly, I think I am a believer.
Yeah.
And I think I always say I can't point to Clover Mama Africa who's not a believer, because we pray together and we sing together. And to me, that is very, very important.
It's your foundation.
Absolutely. And I think the mamas, we pray for when someone is ill.
Yeah.
I can send a letter to say, listen, this mama has now a challenge. She's maybe in ICU because she has COVID. Please pray for her. And I know the word goes out and my mamas will do it. So I think you can't do this work if you're not a believer. And for myself, I am very, very positive. I'm straightforward, but I'm very positive. I think I don't know if I may swear, but I don't take bullshit. And you can't fool me.
Yeah.
I think I have been around the block. I know what's going on, and my mamas know it, and they respect me, and I respect them.
Yeah.
Because you earn respect. And I think that's why the challenge that I have is I have to stay healthy for them. I have to be able to have a network. If someone needs someone that I know, I can go and knock on the door and maybe find help. So those are the challenges that I have. But for the rest, I'm an average person. I'm an average hard worker. And the wonderful thing is, this year when we had our get together, how often the words come through you from the Mama Africas when they were talking. I have to work hard.
Yeah.
If you don't work hard, you don't have anything. And I have to say it on this forum that I don't believe in a soup kitchen, Mama, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, a soup kitchen, I've seen it. You get so used to take your 2-liter bowl and you
Eat.
go there and they give you food and a piece of bread, a bit of soup and bread, and you walk away. But what are you doing?
Have you watched? Have you learned?
Yeah. Now I have a Clover Mama Africa. Her husband was, both of them have now passed on, but he was also a pastor in the community.
Okay.
And his surname was Pastor, ek maak 'n plan. Pastor, I make a plan.
Yeah.
Because the moment you knock on his gate and say, I'm hungry,
Yeah.
he asks you, what can you do?
Yeah.
And then you say, no, I don't know. And say, go,
Make a
maak 'n plan, maak 'n plan. And then you came back immediately because you're hungry. Okay, I can sweep. Fine. Now, we feed you, then you sweep, then you can go. And mostly those people started staying with them. So I would have loved to be known as Professor Maak 'n Plan. Because
I think you are.
because that is important, that you know you can make a plan. You have to make a plan. You know, in
You can
COVID
do
time.
something.
Now, in COVID time, my Mama Africas were able to feed people. They still went and they could wash people. They made posters to say, wear a mask.
Yeah.
And they went through the community telling the people, why do you need to wear a mask? They were uplifted.
Wow.
Other people were still standing because they can bake, cook, whatever. There were still birthdays, there were still funerals, a lot.
Yeah.
We all know that. So who could make the stuff for the food for those events? My Mama Africas. And that's why the moment you give a person a skill, no matter
you empower
what
them.
the circumstances is, you can still, that comes to yourself, this is what I can do, I can help you. And that's what I saw, and that gave me hope. I mean, today where I'm sitting here, I can tell you, women in South Africa are amazing. When Madiba said, if you strike a woman, you strike a rock. Let me tell you, that's what Prof. Elain Vlok saw in her women. They are rocks. They are the strong people of the community. They are the people that lead. The men are outside. They must do their stuff. They must go and sit and smoke a pipe. But my Mama Africas were able to work. And I respect them for how many people they gave work in return, how many people they went back to share what the knowledge that they have. That is what is important. That's why they are special. And they will, no matter how many people they have, there will always be food for another one. There's always help for another one. There's always that reaching out. So I believe in women.
Yeah.
I
I just wanted to ask you as well. I think you've answered that as well. The changes that you've seen in the communities, in the families, just by empowering one woman.
Yeah.
The great change that you see in the whole family and the whole generation.
Absolutely.
Then. So you see them passing the skill to the next generation.
Yes, because not only to the next generation, but if you think of how many women in the community they are helping, because people know this mama is the person that they can knock at the door. She will help you. She will teach you.
Yeah.
They become such strong leaders.
Yeah.
And to
Within
me,
the
that is
community.
wonderful. And they can grab on the responsibilities, and they know exactly how to share it with the people who are less fortunate or who do not know. It is amazing how the mamas share all the information that they have so far, because some of them can show you 22 certificates for all the different issues that they came and that they courses that they attended. And as I say, the best thing of all is I've taught them that if you want to know, it's not your confidence. It's not only in what you know. It's when you open your mouth, people know that they can listen to you.
Yeah.
But it's also in the way that you present yourself. My mamas know I won't accept if you walk with your slippers during the daytime.
Yeah.
Past are the days that you walk with your gown.
With
Even
your
though
gown
it's
on
one
the
day
street.
in Soweto, 12 o'clock, I drove past a lady on my way to my mama, and I saw this lady with a beautiful brand new gown. But I
On the
couldn't
street.
resist. I stopped next to her and I said, Mama, why are you walking with your gown? She said, but it's a new gown. I said, but Mama, you can't wear your gown.
No.
People don't think of you.
Yeah, highly.
Go put your dress on,
Yes.
and then you can
Wash
walk
your
in the
face.
street. And that is, my mamas are always laughing. Don't walk with your rollers in your, so it's even basic things. If I think we put a lot of emphasis on administration issues, on financial issues, because those are the things the mamas were not equipped with that.
Yeah.
They were not born the wonderful way they are now, but we need to teach and to also like put in money, invest in them. That's what we do. We invest in them, and they know it, and they saw the difference. They saw they are treated differently. If you think there are more than 22 million women in this country, we have appointed 58 women. Can you think how very special is a Clover Mama Africa? It's not any Skoro that become a Mama Africa. You must be someone, and you see the potential. No one of them are already a mama. But the moment when you start investing in inviting them for courses, they attending it. The moment when they have this first certificate, it changes them. I saw it. And they believe in themselves. They know their power. They don't. Before that, who am I?
Just like another one in the township.
Now they are someone. They know. The people in the community know Mama so and so.
So now, when we look, just before we close, we look at the world. We look at South Africa, and we receive crime statistics. We hear about gender-based violence and everything like that. Why, when we look at the men, some men that do that, what is the problem that you see in them teaching women, not teaching, but hurting women in this way? Do they not see the positive, the greatness that we see in the Mama Africas? What do you think is the problem in our country and the world?
I think for anyone to go and hurt someone, you must be a very broken person. So you are hurt. And the only way, maybe that person, you couldn't have grown up with all the love of the world and all the care and all the opportunities. And I think that is purely because of the past, of the people. And now even, after how many, 25, 26 years, you still find it. But now, unfortunately, there's still not that attention. And it's about giving people love, acceptance, taking them by the hand. And I think maybe all of us should look at ourselves and say, should I not do anything more? Why is Vusi like that? Sometimes we are shocked. Can you believe that Vusi did that? We can't believe it. But Vusi, maybe that was that one word that broke him at that point in time, that caused him to do this. So I don't want to say men are bad. There are too many beautiful men in this world. And I think it's about the fact that they are hurt. Those people carry a hurt. And we need to try and understand it. And I think if there's more love, more sharing, more giving, it will change. But it will take time. Rome was never built in one day. This won't go away in one day.
And we can't ignore it.
No, we need to keep on loving and giving. That's what I've seen with my Mama Africas. Many of them, most of them, they haven't received anything. They are poor women when I found them. Not that they are rich today, but they have developed. Now they can look back. They can see the wrong. They were not. That's right. They were not.
To another.
That's right. Now they can say, if we talk, in our family, this is what happened. But now I understand better. So give them the reason to say, not all of us have the same wonderful circumstances, but those who are broken, what can we do to help them to heal? What can we do to just make their lives better? You're not in jail for nothing. And most of those people, I think they came from backgrounds where they don't have anything. If you don't have anything, you are going to steal. You are going to
no one to lead you as well, to show you the right path as well.
I've seen the difference of some of those kind of people when they are working at the project with my Mama Africa. They are wonderful people. And Mama, all of us are good people. God didn't make one bad person.
No.
We are all fantastic.
It's circumstances.
People.
And also, just finally, we know when on the streets, when we drive in the taxi or on the bus, we saw a lot of homeless, and we see poverty. What do you think went wrong in our country now, looking at ourselves? Why is there so much poverty?
I think if you look at how the people grown up, they were looked after by some of the old people in the olden days. these days I don't think we have a very good, a good excuse anymore, because all of us have access to schooling.
Yes.
We all have parents that want to work. We all grow up with parents that want to give the children the best that they can, because they don't want to repeat how they have been grown up, or how they, the way that they were brought up. So I think from our side, we need to say we need to grab opportunities.
Okay.
We need to say, no longer must I say because of that.
Because
we now, it's too many years later. We must now say, listen, I have the opportunity. What am I going to do? So I think it's about taking that finger, look at yourself, and get up out of your seat and start doing something. Because the way I was brought up, I didn't have anything, but I have parents that every day told me, you will go study. Because if you have studied, no one can take that away. No one can ever take that away. So and there was not a thing that you can, some go and then today you do that and tomorrow you do that. They check on you. You're now going to school. When I was at varsity, you're now going to the varsity. Even when I grown up, you have to watch over your work. You can't just swap a work.
Like that.
You must honor people. You must respect people.
Even your work.
So, no, and that is the simple little things. Those things that start at home. I think it all starts at home, because if you have respect for your mother, for your brother, for yourself, then you can respect other people. If you know, I have this wonderful opportunity and I must appreciate it, Mama, you will take care of it. You won't just throw it away. So it's about time that we start saying, listen, forget about all this other stuff. Let's look at ourselves. What am I going to do? I always say to my Mama Africas, if you are 35 and whatever years old, you can't blame your mother anymore for what she did. Or she hated me, or she was drinking, or she was doing that. It happened. Shit happens, do they say. But let me tell you, stand up from the dust and say, what am I going to do? I'm not going to repeat it. I want to be better. And I can assure you, you will be better. It's in your mind. Whatever you think or believe you can be, you will be. My mother taught me, if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't do it in any case. So think you can. I think I can. And I don't walk away from any challenge. I don't see any problems. I see challenges. So that's in my life how I grown up. And I hope that today I can teach someone else to say, listen, I don't have an excuse. Let me grab an opportunity. Look around, there must be something that I can benefit from.
You know, the word of God, you mentioned that you are a believer. I'm a believer as well.
Yeah.
The word of God says laziness brings on poverty.
Yeah.
So if you are lazy, you will be poor.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So we need to get up and do something. It also says the power of life and death lies in the tongue.
Yeah.
So if you speak poverty,
yes,
you will be poor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you speak health, you speak richness, wealth, then even if you don't see it now with your eyes, but it will come because you think it in your mind.
No, what is in the mind is very strong. So don't ever underestimate the mind. I think and we have to use it. But what I've learned is from my Clover Mama Africas, no thing is too big or too small. Just go for it. Take the opportunity, grab it. And just do it. It's like the saying, you never say I can't. I just think of what can I do to change it. And I'm going to make the circumstances better. That is what is important for all of us. We need to say I can do it. Don't say no, because of my circumstances, because of this and that, I'm so sorry. No, say, let me show you what I can do.
I will do this.
Yeah, and you will be so surprised of what you are capable of doing. So that's lovely.
That's wonderful. It's a wonderful note to end on. But thank you so much for the work that you do.
Thank you.
We congratulate you on all the awards that you've received.
Thank you.
And you are yet to receive as well. We thank you for the Clover Mamas that you have inspired. I'm inspired.
Don't keep That's good.
Just by sitting here and listening to your positivity as well. So go on. Run, do the great work. We will be here as well.
Thank you.
Supporting you all the way.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.